Phil used to do on everybody's check rides. Okay, this is my favorite one that he did to somebody. Totally screwed him up. So we've got Caleb intersection out here, right? So he says to him, hold southwest of Caleb on the 050 bearing to Provo. What's my magic number?
Southwest.
Southwest. Still 230. So this is where you can't stray. This is always your magic number. It doesn't matter whether they tell you bearings, radials, nothing. Doesn't matter. Stick with that cardinal direction and you'll never go wrong. Because sometimes controllers will tell you bearing from the station. Sometimes they'll tell you bearing to the station. And guess what? We're going to all GPS network, right? What does GPS work off of? Bearings. So guess what? We're going back to the NDB days by using GPS. Everything's going to be back in bearings again. There aren't going to be radials. So as you start doing that, well, that gets confusing. Did he say to? Bearing to or bearing from? It doesn't matter. Okay? Here's an even better one. When they give us our holds on the, when we get into departure procedures, those are probably the most confusing you can get. They say, hold northeast 150 inbound. What's my magic number?
330.
330. 330.
See northeast.
330. 330. What?
It's not northeast though.
Yeah.
Northwest, I'm sorry. I was Sorry. My bad. Hold northwest, you are correct. Hold northwest.
So what if we get a
150
situation
inbound.
like that then?
If it doesn't match, then you know you've been given a wrong hold.
Or you're with Phil on your check.
And that's exactly what happened to me. That's what's so ironic about what just happened, because that's what he did to me on my double I check ride. He said, hold, and that's probably why I said it. He said, hold northeast on the 10-mile DME fix on the 330 radial. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, holy crap. And at this point, I really didn't understand intersection holds very well. So he's like, what kind of entry is it? I'm like, northeast. So I'm like, maybe he's an idiot and he thinks that like that means like the side or whatever it's on. So I was like, oh, it's direct. Nope. Teardrop. Nope. You obviously don't understand holds. So I was like, can you explain it to me? No, let's go back to the airport. Just explain it to me. I want to understand it. I'm here. Okay, look. If you're on the 330 radio and I tell you to hold northeast, oh, let me give you another one. But it does. Once again, the magic number will solve that problem just like you just did. You guys were like, you're an idiot. Because the opposite of that is the northwest heading. So you can catch it very quickly. And that's exactly what students do, though, is they catch it very quickly when something's not right because it doesn't match up. So it's all about making that match. And then southwest 230, they match, they go. Questions on that? So teach this on the VORs, and then it's really easy because guess what? I come back for my intersection holding lesson. I teach the same exact thing. All I do is change my fix and my reference. Now this still could be, I could say 230. That would just put me down here on the DME fix, but I'd still be holding southwest. I'd still be holding right here. I mean, it's identical to what I'm doing. The fix is just different. Southwest is the magic number. That's what puts me where I'm supposed to be. It's the location of the inbound leg. Okay? And that's the part, you've got to say that over and over to your students. It's the location of the inbound leg. Because when they try to draw it out on a chart, you'll be amazed at how much trouble they actually have drawing it. They're like, oh wait, where's the inbound? It's the location of the inbound, so put that line down southwest, draw an arrow in, oh, right-hand turns. Biggest misnomer that happens.
So basically the definition of the magic number is the inbound course.
What's that?
So the magic number is the inbound course to the fix.
No.
Right?
It's the location of the inbound course. because your inbound course in that
Oh,
situation
050.
will be 050.
Oh, okay.
So now here's another thing. So as you're doing this, your magic number will also be the same as your outbound heading. So write that one down. Your magic number is always the same as your outbound heading. So once again, this helps out because students go, "Ah, crap. Am I in the inbound or outbound leg right now? Well, are you flying your magic number? Yeah. Oh, I'm outbound." And so it's a clue for them to figure out where the heck they are. So you'd be surprised how often that happens. They literally don't know if they're inbound or outbound. And just reminding them, what's your magic number is always on the outbound. They catch it very quickly. Okay? So here's the misnomer that happens with people. I don't know if this is coming from ground classes or where this is coming from.
Private ground classes.
Probably.
Private instructors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes from the private instructors after that.
That's
meeting,
what I
right?
hear. But specifically.
Okay, here's the problem. How many possible holds are there at a fix? At a DME fix? 2, 4. There's a possibility of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now here's where somehow this is being taught. This is all false. Put this in your brains. People are teaching that you divide it up and, oh, this is holding northeast and this is holding northwest. Does that make sense? How people like divide that up? I don't know where they're being taught this, but they're going to come in for some reason with that understanding that it's referencing that. It has nothing to do with that. This is a right hand hold, this is a left hand hold. Right hand hold, left hand hold. This one is holding south of the station, this one is holding north of the station. So, but for some reason, I don't know where it's coming from, they come in thinking that they're supposed to divide it up like that, and that's determining the hold. So when you see that, squash it very quickly, or if they start acting confused, that's probably what it is.
So on that fix, there's only two
cardinal directions.
they can possibly give you.
Yes, and that's the biggest thing to emphasize is that even at a, let's say I have a fix that's defined as an intersection, okay? Immediately, once I receive my clearance, it becomes very clear. Hold, southeast. Which line am I using?
You're using that one to the right.
That's the only line that matters to me because I'm holding southeast. So I know exactly where my reference is coming from. At that point, they don't even need to tell me which VOR I'm supposed to be getting it from because I know that that's the line I'm on. Okay? So it clears it up very quickly when you understand that it's the line that you're looking for. Hold southeast, bam. I'm going to be down here. Hold southeast.
Left to right.
The only thing I need to know is left or right. Well, left. Okay.
So really, they could just say, hold southeast at this intersection. Say nothing else.
Say nothing
Just do
else,
normal
and you
stuff.
should know how to do it. Yep. So if you understand the magic number, that's how easy it is. I can look at a chart. I can just hand you a chart right now and say, hold northwest, left-hand turns. You could look at it immediately, look at it, say, okay, you're coming in from here, and you can tell me the entry right away. And that's how easy it becomes. There's nothing to think about. There was, anybody in here have Brandon Nixon as an instructor? Did you ever understand the in the box, out the box thing that he tried to explain for intersection holds? Oh, awesome. Because I'm still trying to find somebody who can explain it to me. But that's the kind of stuff that goes on is people start trying to make up this weird in the box, out the box. Oh, think backwards behind you. What? Cardinal direction. Does it match or doesn't it? End of story. And that really does simplify it. The more we do this, we're going to get into hold entries next time. And you're going to really start to see how it works. It's so easy the way that you're looking at them.
I feel smarter already. I'm gonna go jump in the airplane now.
So, I'm trying to think if that's the last one. Right. Oh, how many possible holds are there at a VOR?
720?
720. 720 possible holds at VOR.